Hello and welcome to BachToBaroque for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to BachToBaroque, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, it's Tuesday, and regulars will know that Tuesday is request day, either a request that you were interested in me doing or a creator request, and you can stick your requests down below in the comments or on Twitter or whatever, but today it is a creator request and we don't hold out much hope because
it's my first map.
It is their first map indeed. It's Adamsmielak with their creation, TheForestMap. Well, there's your thumbnail, and you can see a whole area of non-forest there, but that doesn't mean anything. There's your start square. Includes the bridge and the intersection, which is probably the minimum you'd really want. Resources are interesting, although there's a big chunk of ore right out of the 25 tiles there. And do we require anything from Adamsmielak for the forest map? Well, let's scroll down, and the answer is nope, nothing at all. Spent 4 hours making it. Right. Well, I would suggest 4 hours is a good start. And there's probably a lot of detail that could have been added to the map. Let's check though anyway. This first bridge, the one on the left, a little bit wibbly, a little bit lumpy. Not lumpy bumpy, but just... if you're driving across it, you'd be a little bit concerned, I think, that it's not as straight and as true as the first one. Still, everything seems aligned. This extended suspension bridge? Not so sure on that one at all. But anyway, right, so we're saying elevated, and we've got some glitching foliage here. Now, maybe somebody's dropped their Christmas tree on the way home, or on the way to the tip. We've got another one there. And, right, next bridge. This is elevated. Elevated suspension across there. Okay, I'll give that. A not perfect bridge, but there we are. And we've got an awful lot more forest. When it said the forest map, I expected the forest to be anywhere but the highways. Never mind. What we got here, lots of forestry running down the middle. I'm happy with that. It's a very nice looking highway. It seems very, very good control there. Drifting apart and coming back together, but it definitely seems by design. Which I think compared to some maps that we see, I think we can say, yeah, that's not bad. Not bad highway work. Anyway, we're cutting through a valley here. There's not really much you can do off of here. Hopefully we'll hit some build planes soon. We've got a road that cuts on both sides of that hill. And, elevated section. I would have liked to have seen that terraformed or landscaped. And, with more trees in the highway. Okay, trees in the highway. Every time we go on elevated, there's been trees in the highway. Dear, oh dear. Right, okay, build plane. And not a tree in sight. So, there we are. But I suppose that's good. I guess. And then you've got the good old-fashioned cloverleaf junction. Everybody loves one of those, don't they? Okay. Anyway, onwards. Now we've got elevated early compared to the other side. That seems poor, I'm afraid. And then, yeah, are they aligned? Well, kind of aligned, but they're not the same height. You see the one on this side, the bridge on this side is definitely higher than the bridge on the left. And just think could have been tidied up somewhat there. Definitely not the perfect bridge. Hence, I would recommend the BonBonB Perfect Bridge tutorial if you've not seen it already. Now, up ahead I see another suspension bridge, but only on the left. I wonder what we got going on here, guys. Elevated here. And, I see a bridging the rockfall. I quite like that. I still wouldn't have gone suspension. I would have gone a standard, plain, elevated bridge. Elevated road, maybe. But, no, it does the job. I think suspension is overkill, that's all. Right, I think we must be nearing the fog now. There can't be too much more down this way. I know we're on the final bit of land now, I imagine, anyway. Joining up with the railway. I'll be running along back down the railway in a moment. But yes, I mean, the highways are good. The bridges, substandard, I think. That's the best way to put it. But like I say, like the highways, good highway work. Probably could do with another highway connection. I think we've only got these 2 connections on the map. And only this 1 rail connection on the map as well. So perhaps slightly lacking in connections. But other than that, not bad. Now, this runs down the valley. And we'll bend off to the right. Good use of trees. Nothing cutting across the rail at all. That's really nice, actually. Considering what we've seen with the elevated highways, that's good work. And then we've got to be getting close to that bridge. The rail bridge. Yeah, here we are. Let's see how this looks compared to the road bridge. Oh, no, sorry, not the rail bridge. Running parallel. That has thrown me, that suspension bridge. That has thrown me. I don't know what's going on there. But I do know what's going on here. This looks pretty good. This is level. I've got an offshoot there. Interesting. This is pretty level. That's not a bad rail bridge. Quite happy with that. And we arrive at destination Assetville. Now this is a very lovely asset. We've seen a lot of BachToBaroque recently. This is Maison Derriere. If you don't know what Derriere means, get out your French dictionaries now. Now the asset is obviously commercial. You can tell by the delivery of the hot dogs there. And the asset is only the building. Everything around the building, the gardens and the hedges and whatever, that's all BonBonB detailing. And it's very nice I've done that because I think it's probably just a little restaurant, a little posh French restaurant maybe. Although I wouldn't want to go to a restaurant called Derriere. Yes, somewhat the after effects I'd be worried about. Maison Derriere by BachToBaroque, today's asset. And very nice it is too, of course. And we are back to a BrokenHill Australia theme by pdelmo. With a Relight Average LUT. Now, factoids. This is our chance to catch up on some knowledge. What do you think? The correct way to eat curry, is with a spoon and a fork, apparently. And jelly should be eaten with a fork alone, according to etiquette books. But how are you supposed to pick the cream up with the fork? Maybe you're supposed to just lick the plate. Possibly. Throughout the 17th and 18th centuries, most people carried their own sets of cutlery because hosts would not provide knives or forks to guests. That's kind of mean, I think. Here's a useful one. Have you ever had a crocodile stick its tongue out at you? Think about it. Think about it. Crocodile, tongue, sticky out. No? That's because they can't. And probably a good thing too. They might end up biting it off. There you are, that's Factoids for today. More Factoids and more look at BrokenHill theme tomorrow. We've got shipping routes. This one loops round on itself. I think there might be some head-on collision with shipping here, if I'm honest with you. Possibly. It doesn't go through the bridge, which is probably a safety tactic, I would suggest. We've got routes that go around here and join up there and off in the fog over this way also. Next up, you'll notice there are no rivers, so let's hope there is motion in the ocean. And there certainly is here. How about down the central, yeah, lots of motion in the ocean and in that central pass through there. Slows off a little bit in places, so just take a little bit of care when popping down your outflows. Now over here we've got this jetty which seems a little bit high. Not sure how you're going to moor your rowing boat up against that. And then we've got this essential lighthouse. The unessential lighthouse. I mean, by the time you see that lighthouse you'll be in that bay and then you would be surrounded by landmass. I would suggest not an essential lighthouse there. Bit of bill plane on this hill up here. I noticed that earlier, I thought I'd take a look at it. And then as we head down you can see the forests. And there are forests, and calling it the forest map, yeah, I would have expected more forests. Okay, I don't want to be greedy, Now, if you follow the river along here, this is quite nice. Imagine coming up here with your outboard motor or your sailing ship, and you'd head straight out there, wouldn't you? But look over there. There's an essential light, but we're going that way. Surely, I mean, the only other way you can see this lighthouse is if you come down this route. Bobbing down here, I think the last thing you'd be worried about is the lighthouse. You can't even see it to the last minute. That is a dreadful placement for a lighthouse. And look at the glitching between the lighthouse and the jetty. Look at that. That's pretty poor, I'm afraid. One last thing to look at, of course, is the unfortunate ship that's wrecked up here, which is glitching into the beach quite badly. That's poor. Although I am going to give extra point for this. This looks like a sea monster's tentacle. I know it's a log. I know it is. But doesn't it look like a sea monster's tentacle? Look at that. I wonder what caused that ship to crash. Yeah, it's bad placement of the lighthouse. That'll be what that is. Anything else while we're out here? Got this little bit over here, and you've got hills. Hills. Yeah, hills are good. Lots of hills. Forests. Bored. Okay, aesthetically, it doesn't hurt the eyes. Okay, it doesn't hurt the eyes. It just doesn't beckon the eyes. And I'll go straight down the middle of the 3 stars. Detailing leaves a little bit to be desired. There's just bits that need tidying to get up to a 3. I'm going to give it 2 stars. It's not far off a 3. Just needs a little bit more work. Gameplay potential, there's nothing much wrong with it, to be honest with you. I mean, a little bit of tinkering here and there. Probably could do with an extra connection or 2, but I'm still going to give it 3 stars for gameplay. The Forest Map by Adamsmielak. His first map, and I'd like to see you have a go. Just have a look at some other maps, learn from other people, and your map building will come on a treat. You definitely got the basics. Anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget to click the big circle in the middle to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to be reminded every time I upload a video, which is every single day pretty much, apart from the last Sunday where I forgot. And yes, join me on Patreon where you'll see, well, just loads of things going on over there as well. And you don't even have to pay me anything. You just go over there and say hi, because why not, hey? Thanks for that. I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What Map series.